Now let's move on to how do we know how much to even offer on a home. So you're an expert, you're a buyer, you've been out there looking and looking and looking, you missed a couple deals. So you know as much as the buyer's agents, you know as much as the listing agents know, but I'll give you one tip to start this off with about negotiating. You gotta watch the days on market, how long the house has been on the market. Every 18 days this house has been on the market and nobody's put it under contract, it means nobody likes the house. They're rejecting the value. So we're talking about negotiating and how to negotiate for real estate if you're a buyer. So it's kind of complicated here. So you know a lot, you're a buyer as I said before, but if the house has been sitting on the market a while, I'm telling you right now, it's 7% overpriced or more. Why? Every offer a buyer makes, if it's not a full price offer, is a meet in the middle. So if somebody's listed for $500,000 and getting no offers, the house has been on the market for 18 days or more, there's no buyer within $35,000 of that. That's 7%. 7 times 5 is 35. So I can tell you right now, $500,000 listed, no buyers come up in 18 days, valuation is lower than $465,000. Here's what buyers do. Buyers either offer full price if they love the home and they think it's worth it, they'll give you a full price offer, or they're going to meet you in the middle. So if you're listed for $500,000 and this house has been out there for a while, and you want to meet them in the middle, where's the middle? Where's your happy buy number? Well, as I said in a previous video, if valuation is probably at the 465 area, and you're trying to meet them in the middle between where you want to buy them at 460, 465, and listed for 500,000, you're going to have to offer them 430 to meet them at the middle, which is 460, 465 when they're listed at 500,000. Will you offer them 430? Likely not. I just gave you the very reason why homes don't sell. So as a buyer, how do you deal with an overpriced listing? Now we're talking about August 2022. There's many overpriced listings because the pandemic, the irrational exuberance that the buyers had in the first part of 2022 pushed the values of the home so darn high. Now sellers have all that irrational exuberance in their head. They're still way up here. Market's dropped a bit. You're trying to buy a home. What do? What you do is you actually have to play hard. You have to make that $420,000 offer when the house is listed at $500 and it's been on the market for over 18 days. You got to do it. Why? Because you don't know what the seller's thinking. The seller's probably talking to their listing agent. They realize they're overpriced. They just don't know how much. They're trying to figure it out just like everybody else. You need to help them figure it out. How do you help them? Make them that $425,000 offer when they're at $500. Make them move. Make them start moving towards you. And then if you want to raise your offer from $430 maybe up to $450, do it. And then stay there and wait for that seller to change their mind and come get you. Keep looking. Let's talk about multiple offers, bidding wars, and escalating clauses. Now, as a listing agent, I love bidding wars. I try to get buyers in bidding wars every time I list a property. I've been doing that for 12 years at my company at All True. So bidding wars are great for the seller and great for the listing agent because you look like a hero. You get to push the value and get all the money for the seller. But as a buyer, do you want to be in a bidding war? No, you don't. But sometimes you don't have a choice. But careful as you go. I do not like escalating clauses because you're basically just creating an untenable situation for yourself. I'm not a believer in escalating clauses. The other way to approach a listing as a buyer, if you've been out there looking and you know a lot now, you've seen 20 homes, you've missed some homes, home comes in the market, you go look at the home on day number 1 or 2. If you like that home and you know it's priced right, make a full price offer and take it down. Don't hesitate, do it. But if you do think that home is overvalued by $10,000, that new listing, make the offer possibly $25,000 under the list and see if you can get that seller to meet you in the middle. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what most buyers do. So let's keep talking about multiple offers. What's weird about multiple offers is you have to trust the process. You have to trust that the listing agent's not using puffery to get you to move. Now, of course, you could ask for a redacted offer that you're competing against, but you just don't know exactly what's out there, so careful as you go. What I like to do, if I was a buyer, is work. Make your buyer's agent work, you work. Try to get to a well-priced listing very fast. Make an offer as close as you can to that list price, and hopefully that listing agent will counter you, meet you in the middle, and you can get yourself a deal. That is what I'd recommend to every buyer.